Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today Samsung released One UI 9 Beta 4, which I have on my S26 Ultra to show you all the new changes. So without further ado, let's jump in. Starting with the update size and build number, I side loaded this image which is about 1.25 gigabytes and the build number ends in ZZG4. And now let's take a look at the new features. Starting with the lock screen, when you go to the edit mode and then wallpapers and then creative studio, the thumbnails are now rectangular instead of squares. And also when you tap on the create wallpaper and try to change the aspect ratio, you will see that the placeholder animates slowly, while previously we didn't have this animation. And when you try to edit the clock, the first two fonts automatically animate in ideal state as shown now on the screen, which didn't exist before. Plus now you can see 6 colors before scrolling instead of 5, which means that these circles are now smaller. And lastly, under the style tab, the clock faces previews got some design tweaks, and for reference here is a side-by-side comparison with One UI 8.5. You can see that the vertical style now comes second instead of first, plus the date now shows on top instead of the bottom, but both look exactly the same as before. And now let me show you some random tweaks here and there. The first one is the screenshots toolbar is no longer using a gradient background color like the previous versions of One UI 9. The picture-in-picture controls are now using a totally different design, and here's a side-by-side comparison with the previous version of One UI. You can see that the window doesn't get darker like it used to be, plus the buttons are much bigger, they are centered, and using a frosted glass background. And in the recent apps screen, you will see some naming change. First, Keep Open is now called Pin to Recents, and Pin This App is called Pin to Screen. Moving to the widgets, when you go to the digital well-being category, you will see a new design for the small and medium size. Before moving any further, let me pause for a minute to ask you a quick question. Have you ever lost or deleted photos, videos, or WhatsApp messages from your Android phone and thought all your data was gone forever? That's exactly where today's sponsor, Stellar Data Recovery for Android, can help. This software lets you recover deleted photos, videos, contacts, messages, documents, call logs, WhatsApp chats, and more from your Android device. And the best part, you don't need to root your phone, so your device stays secure and untouched. And if you've lost WhatsApp chats, Stellar can even recover data directly from your Google Drive backup. The entire process is straightforward, beginner-friendly, and designed for people who just want their data back without dealing with complicated tools. What you see now is a real-life scenario. I was able to recover my deleted photos, videos, and files after deleting them from my Android phone. And what I really like is that it supports pretty much all major Android brands, including Samsung, OnePlus, Xiaomi, Huawei, Vivo, and many others. It also works with Android 6 all the way up to the latest version, so compatibility isn't something you have to worry about. So before you give up on those important files, check out Stellar Data Recovery for Android using the link in the description. It might just save your memories, your work files, or that one photo you absolutely can't afford to lose. And now let's get back to the video. And now let's talk about the new changes in the notifications shade and the quick panel. The first one is this new info button next to settings. Tapping on it reveals a card at the bottom of the screen saying notification summaries were generated using AI, and you can check the terms and conditions if you want. This button disappears once you turn on the Do Not Disturb or dismiss all your notifications. In the quick panel editing page, the media controls are now using 2 handles for resizing, one for the horizontal resizing and one for the vertical, while previously we used to have a corner handle for both, as per the screenshot you see now on the left. And lastly, the access indicators overflow card. When you expand the menu items, you will see redesigned buttons. And now it's time to talk about the new changes in Samsung apps, starting with Gallery. When you go to the Photo Assist and do any of the edits like this, the Done button we used to have on the left got replaced with Save copy. And under menu, the studio icon is now monochrome instead of using a red color. Moving to the internet app, Samsung reverted most of the changes we've seen in the previous betas of One UI 9, starting with the tab switcher. The tab shading is back again, which was missing from the previous versions as per the screenshot you see right now. Also, the navbar at the bottom is now using a white color instead of light gray. And when you go to settings, you will see a brighter background as well. Moving to the layout and menus, the customize option is back again to toolbar to match One UI 8.5. And when you go inside, some of the options were missing from the previous betas of One UI 9, like web search, new tab, refresh, and turn on secret mode, and they are back again with this update. In the Notes app, we got a couple of nice design tweaks. The first one is the redesigned Create New button. It now has a transparent background with a bigger icon. Also, the toolbar is now located at the bottom of the screen for better reachability. Plus, now we have a new shortcut to adjust the font size, and you will notice that all the buttons are now smaller and closer to each other. The last three apps I have got very minor tweaks, starting with the My Files app. When you go to settings, the Open PDFs and text files in-app got renamed to Use in-app viewer for supported files. The Alarm Dismiss button is now using a brighter color instead of the dark color like before. And lastly, under the Phone app settings, the caller information was next to direct voicemail, but now it moved towards the bottom. On a side note, if you like the wallpapers you've seen in this video, go ahead and download the Wallpapers by In-Depth Tech Reviews app. You will get your hands on all of them, in addition to hundreds of other exclusive wallpapers that will make your smartphone look stunning. You also have the ability to download any of these wallpapers locally on the device, so you can apply the wallpaper effects of your operating system on any of them. And if you want to give it a try, you will find Google Play Store download link in the description. And now let's get back to One UI 9. By this, I covered all the new features in One UI 9 Beta 4, and now let's talk about my experience with the performance and stability of this build while filming the video. Since Beta 4, I never had an issue with One UI 9. Everything works as expected, no issues or major bugs. Everything works perfectly well as expected, at least on my S26 Ultra. And when it comes to the Geekbench scores, I got 10,714 for the multi-core and 3,540 for the single core. When it comes to the GPU, I got 23,528, which is as good as before. So all the numbers are within average and everything works as expected. And that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for today. These are all the new features I wanted to show you in One UI 9 Beta 4. Please let me know in the comments if I missed anything. But for now, thanks so much for watching and see you in the next video.